A man walks alone into a battlefield. His enemies laugh, confident that they will crush him. A lion roars. 1,000 soldiers charge, yet nothing can stop him. His hands tear through beasts. His strength shatters armies, and his name strikes fear across nations. But even the strongest man has a weakness, one choice. One moment could destroy everything he has built. This is the story of Samson, a man of impossible strength, relentless courage, and a destiny that would shake the world. Samson was chosen for a purpose, marked from the very start to do extraordinary things, even as a young man. His strength amazed everyone one day as he walked through the vineyards. A lion roared and charged at him. He seized it with his bare hands and tore it apart as easily as if it were a young goat. Days later, he passed by the same place and discovered bees had made a hive inside the carcass. He scooped honey and ate it as he walked, and from this strange moment he created a riddle to taunt the Philistines. Out of the eater, something to eat. Out of the strong, something sweet. The Philistines could not solve it, so they tricked his wife into revealing the answer. When Samson learned of their betrayal, his fury burned hotter than ever. His conflict with the Philistines grew fiercer. He became a legend when surrounded by enemies. He picked up the jawbone of a donkey and struck down 1,000 men. No army could stand against him. No trap could hold him. Yet with each victory, pride began to take root in his heart. For all his strength, Samson had a weakness. He was drawn to Philistine women, the very people who oppressed his people. And then came Delilah. Her beauty captivated him, but the Philistine rulers bribed her to discover the secret of his power. She asked again and again, pressing him with smiles, with tears, with persistence. At first he lied. "Tie me with new ropes, and I will be weak," she tried, but he broke free. Again he lied. "Weave my hair into the loom," she did, but he tore it free. Still she did not stop. Day after day, her voice wore him down. At last, Samson gave in. "No razor has ever touched my head. My strength is in my hair. If it is cut, I will be like any other man." That night, Delilah had his hair shaved while he slept. "Samson, the Philistines are upon you," she cried. He awoke ready to fight, but the strength was gone. The Lord had departed from him. The Philistines seized him, gouged out his eyes, chained him in bronze, and dragged him to prison. The mighty Samson, once feared by nations, was now blind, broken, mocked. Day after day, he ground grain in the prison. His hands, which had crushed armies, now pushed a millstone. His eyes, which had seen battlefields, now saw only darkness. But slowly, his hair began to grow again. And slowly, his heart turned back to God. The Philistines gathered in their great temple to honor their god Dagon. Thousands packed the stands, laughing and celebrating. They called for Samson, their broken captive, to entertain them. Blind, mocked, led by a servant boy, he stood before the roaring crowd. "Place me where I can feel the pillars that hold up the temple," he whispered. He stretched out his hands, one on each pillar. He prayed, "Lord God, remember me, strengthen me just once more, that I may strike down these enemies with all his might." He pushed, at first, nothing. Then a groan of stone, cracks spread. The pillars shuddered. The crowd screamed as the roof trembled, and then the temple collapsed. Stone, wood, and rubble fell. Thousands perished, including the rulers of the Philistines. Samson, too, was buried beneath the ruins in his death. He struck down more enemies than he ever had in life. Samson's story is not just about strength. It is about the danger of pride, the trap of temptation, and the cost of ignoring one's calling. But it is also about redemption. Even at his lowest, blind and broken, Samson called out to God, and God answered. His greatest victory was not the lions he tore apart, or the armies he defeated, or the temple he brought down. It was his final prayer, his surrender. No matter how far we fall, no matter our mistakes, it is never too late to turn back. Samson's legacy reminds us that strength is greatest when guided by wisdom, humility, and faith.